name is Richard Schneeman. Just a super quick background. I have a bachelor's in mechanical engineering from Georgia Tech, so I'm not actually a computer science guy. But I've been a Rails web developer for the past 5 years. I used to work for Gowalla. It was acquired by Facebook. Feel free to ask me about that. I'll be sticking around. Right now, I'm working for Heroku, and I've done a little bit of open source contribution to Rails. Also, I teach a class at the University of Texas. It was previously non-credit, and it might actually get some credit this summer, so be on the lookout for that. Or grab my email, and I can give you some more information. So, Heroku. If you have a web application or an idea for a web application, you want to build it locally, and then you want to put it somewhere on the internet. Where are you going to put it? You can put it on Heroku. We are a platform that will allow you to run your application. Originally, we started out as just Ruby and Rails, as Josh mentioned, and we have kind of moved on, and now we can also support Node.js, Python, Java, and into the future, we are looking to run anything. So if it can be run by computer, it can be run by a server, period, then we can run it. Some people ported Logo. I don't know if you've heard of that as a language over to, yeah. So we can run Logo on our service just because, Lisp, Fortran.
Como?
Yeah, like seriously.
Atari, Fortran 4.
Not that they're all supported, but you can still do it. So what type of a web application? These are just some basic services that use Heroku. Just ASICs. We've got Miley Cyrus. If you think you're going to be bigger than Miley, well, just saying. Urban Dictionary. These are all applications that are hosted on Heroku. I did want to give a shout out to a local startup. My girlfriend actually started this. She took my Rails class and then quit her day job and started this company called Our School. It's a peer-to-peer learning website, so people can go on there and say like, hey, I know how to make really awesome salsa, and other people are like, oh, I want to learn how to make that. So they go on, they sign up for the class, and then they take it. And it's ourschool.com and just runs on Heroku. She doesn't. A year ago, she didn't know Rails, and now she is running her own company off of Heroku. Hey, can it scale? You might ask me. Feel free to scale. I'm glad you asked. So we actually have a company running on Heroku that provides streaming movies over Facebook. If you've seen this, like if you watched Harry Potter, Big Lebowski, like on Facebook, that's actually running through the Heroku server. So you deploy once, and whenever you want to scale, you just tell us, and we can go. You want your application to be 100 times larger, then we can scale 100 times. There's no additional work required by you.
Question, do you do that automatically, or do we have to tell you?
No, you do have to tell us. There's too many variables involved in scaling an application. A lot of times, if you just arbitrarily scale up the front end of it, the back end won't scale. You might just end up making your performance actually worse. We actually love if anybody has some insight into that. That is definitely something we're currently interested in, but right now, no. So, is it hard? Another question I might ask.
Is it hard? Is it hard?
So this is my mom. Last week I went home and it took about 40 minutes, but she deployed her own web application in Ruby on Rails. Granted, I did make the web application for her, but she did all of the commands of getting, Git and Ruby and all that jazz set up on her own computer, and then provisioning a server, and then actually putting it on there. When I want to do it, it takes me about 3. But you can actually check out, this is her website, mamaschemes.herokuapp.com. So we're free to try, and whenever you want to scale, feel free to do that. That's when you kind of start paying. But and unlimited, as long as you are relatively low volume, you can get away with a lot. It's a great way to prototype your site, and hopefully we think it's a great service and you want to stick with us.
So it's not like just 30 days free and then you have to pay?
No, it's like 30 years free.
Okay, until you get big time.
Basically. So one, we do it, if you're familiar with Amazon EC2, they have instances, and we have something called dynos. So one dyno is free. Whenever you want to go bigger than that, whenever you get more scale, that's when you start paying. We also have a bunch of add-ons Now raise your hand. Go ahead.
Who's the largest customer and how much do they pay?
I
How much traffic do they get?
I can't tell you. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. But we.
Alright, can
What?
you give me the numbers and then give me the name?
So if like I know Scavenger is pretty big. GroupMe is also another big client.
GroupMe.
Yeah, they were just purchased by Microsoft. I think that was a pretty big deal during South by.
$80 million.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and also another thing to consider, even if your primary business isn't a web app, you know, that's not what you do, you don't need a server backend. Business website, just saying, marketing. It's not like Miley Cyrus has a web app.
So were you with them when they went through YCOM?
No, I was not.
Okay, I was just kind of curious what that was like, moving out from YCOM to like a real large company thing.
Yeah, and so they've been around for 5 years. I've been with them for about 5 weeks. But I've been a user for maybe 4 years now.
Okay.
And they were originally a Y Combinator company. Yes.
Do you support Hadoop?
Do we support Hadoop? You could make it work on our system.
Well, it's a Java program.
Oh yeah, we support Java, but you would need a build pack to get it working. And that, right now, that's not our primary focus. If we wanted to, if we did have a third party that wanted to make an add-on to make it super easy, then like we'd be going for it. Cool. Yeah, thanks for having me. I'll be sticking around if that's okay.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, I also have some t-shirts that I brought. If that's kosher, okay.
Roku t-shirts are comfy.
All about it.
I'm good.